I'm here. I just spent the better part of on and off 8 hours cleaning my apartment. Yeah, it was pretty bad. But I also took a lot of breaks, so it was more like 6 hours of cleaning. But, yeah. I suspect something's up with Dea.
Hey, it's you guys again. Where's your cultured friend?
She's feeling a little unwell.
I see. Did you come back to buy something? I guarantee the freshness of my products. I harvested them from the forest, huh? What brought this about? I hurried back from the forest yesterday, and I'm selling produce here today. I haven't felt anything strange.
To put it another way, if you really think about it, was yesterday truly yesterday? Did you actually come back from the forest yesterday?
What kind of philosophical nonsense is this? Are you two daydreaming? Didn't you know that no one dreams in Sumeru? Go somewhere else if you want to find someone to daydream with.
He actually has a point. Is this a dream? Is everyone dreaming? True. It's so weird that people here don't dream. Anyway, if this all really were just a dream, we would have woken up a long time ago. Let's keep asking around.
Oh, it's you two. Was my divination so accurate that you felt compelled to compliment me in person? Ooh, I knew it! I told you, the god's divination is hot.
You're really excited about this, huh? That's exactly what...
Help you better understand it? Well, that isn't exactly what I excel at.
So, you're admitting that you don't have a clue?
Anyway, what kind of situation did you get into? Huh? Hold on a second. I thought you guys just lost your wallet or fell for a scam. What you just said, are you serious? Does that kind of thing actually happen in real life?
I knew you weren't going to believe it.
Marvelous. Truly marvelous. I believe you. Recall the interpretation of your divination. The moon, illusions, and lies. It really felt like an omen.
When you say it like that, the divination does sound like it's related to what's going on. Can you read any more into it?
I believe that the Archon's revelations are never more than vague hints. Anything more specific is beyond the reach of mere mortals. The book only says, if you trust your instincts and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
So that's how it is. Looks like fortune-telling is just fortune-telling. It's no good for practical problems. We haven't made any progress. Who else can we talk to? Paimon remembers that we tried talking to her a couple of times, but she always thinks we're playing pranks on her. Yeah. If we tap into Dia's strong sense of responsibility as a mercenary, at this time of day, Dia's probably just finished beating up those kidnappers.
I'm fine, my lady. It's just a scratch.
Perfect timing. Both of you are here.
Paimon, Traveler, you came at just the right time. Listen, there was a dangerous Huh? You saw? Then why didn't you jump in earlier? If someone was protecting Miss Dunyarzad, I could've went all out. Anyway, can you do something for me?
You want the Traveler to take Dunyarzad somewhere to rest up while you check to see if there's still any kidnappers around. Did Paimon get that right?
How did you know what I was going to say?
We need to say something convincing.
Okay.
Dia sold her greatsword to raise additional funds. And then she was injured because she wasn't used to her new weapon.
Tell her, Traveler!
I didn't tell anyone about that. Including Miss Dunyarzad. You couldn't have known. And just now, you literally took the words right out of my mouth. What's going on?
All right, so this is the situation.
It's kinda hard to believe what you just told me. First, let me make something clear. Most of us desert dwellers might not be the scholarly type, but we do have basic common sense.
She's quieter than usual. Uninterested in anything and really gloomy.
Yeah, she isn't the same as before, but her parents said that this is how she was like at first.
Huh? At first?
I don't quite understand what you're all talking about. I'll go rest on the bench over there.
My lady, are you angry?
Jayla?
All right, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt since you knew about my greatsword. Let's make this a quick trip. Miss Dunyarzad isn't completely safe here.
I thought I told you that it won't help to bring anyone here. We just wanted her to see the real Dunyarzad's condition.
The real Dunyarzad? Where and who are you talking to?
Huh? I told you that you two are special. Other people can't see me or Miss Dunyarzad here.
Hold on. Over there. Is that?
Wow. How perceptive. Does she have invisible antennae?
Miss Dunyarzad, she's lying down here, isn't she? How's she doing?
Her condition's really bad, and she's basically in a coma. How did you know she was here?
I can sense her aura. There are also lingering feelings of something like regret or disappointment. What happened?
Do you believe us now? The Sub-Zero's festival has been repeating itself. So, you think the sages are behind this?
Yeah, they've always been against us. Wouldn't surprise me if they're using the Akasha to intentionally repeat the Sub-Zero's festival as a sick joke.
You have a point. Aside from the Dendro Archon, the Academia's sages are the only ones in Sumeru who could pull off something like this. Maybe there's more to the Akasha than we know. Right! Didn't you awaken our memories using something that looked like a knowledge capsule? That means you must know something about the Akasha! The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people. A gnosis could do that? No wonder the Akasha is so magical. It's being powered by the gnosis of Sumeru's Archon.
So, this Nahida you mentioned, what did she say?
She said, and Paimon quotes, "The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and it grants knowledge to the people."
Compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and grants knowledge to the people. Wait. I get the grants knowledge part. That's what people have always used the Akasha for. But compiling the entire populace's wisdom? How does that work?
Did she mean that the sages enter new knowledge into the Akasha? Oh yeah, that sounds about right. What do you think?
People in Sumeru don't dream. What a strange phenomenon. Okay, Nahida said, "The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people." That doesn't sound... My mind feels exhausted, even though I haven't done too much thinking. What is going on? That doesn't sound right. What's happening right now seems to have happened before. This feeling has been getting stronger and stronger. People in Sumeru don't... My mind feels exhausted, even though I haven't done too much thinking. What is going on?
You mean the Akasha is causing our mental fatigue? Huh. Now that I think about it, my head's been feeling unusually heavy. When the desert dwellers set off on their quest for knowledge, a sage once said, "Knowledge always comes at a price." Compiling the entire country's knowledge. You think the Akasha pulled a 180 and is extracting information from us? Who knows? The Akasha can put knowledge into our heads, so who's to say that it can't also poke around in there? We don't know any specifics.
Oh my
What's
god!
doing something like that?
Just think about it. If you could combine the knowledge of every single person in Sumeru, then you can basically turn Sumeru City into a single massive brain. This hive mind could make breakthroughs in problems that even the smartest
This
geniuses
is kind
can't
of
crack.
fucked up, man.
Excellent deduction. And the analogy comparing Sumeru City to a massive brain? I love it.
In that case, we should take off our Akasha terminals right away. Maybe that'll solve this problem.
Yeah, I was only wearing this for show in the first place. Didn't expect the sages to cook up such a conspiracy. Mark my words, when this is over, I'm getting evidence and exposing this whole thing to the public.
How does everyone feel? Huh? What is it? Oh, that! Paimon knows what you're talking about. It's a single soft beep that sounds like it's coming from the Akasha terminal.
The sound of a beep. Could it be a prompt tone for when the Akasha is operating?
That's probably an important clue. We weren't using our terminals, but we heard a beep anyway. Traveler, did you hear that?
I heard it too. Our ears aren't messing with us. There was definitely a beep, but it sounded like it was coming from inside my head.
What the
Took off
fuck?
our Akasha terminals.
Phase runtime has exceeded its expected length. At this rate, there may be casualties. But we cannot lose all of our progress.
Paimon remembers everything!
Good. You adapted quickly this time.
We definitely took off our Akasha terminals last night, but we still heard that beep. Why is that?
What the hell?
But now we can at least confirm one thing. The Akasha definitely has something to do with whatever's trapping us in this cycle. Oh, Paimon doesn't get it. Why would the Akasha go this far if all it wants is everybody's wisdom?
It's extremely difficult for lab rats in an experiment to understand why they're being treated the way they are.
This is getting some creepy ass bullshit.
Nahida, you've never told us anything about yourself.
I guess I'm the moon.
The moon? Wasn't that the result of our divination?
Anyway, knowing who I am won't help you get closer to the truth, so you should focus on other things. Don't get distracted and miss any clues.
Okay then. Dia helped us a lot yesterday, so let's go find her. If Paimon's reading the time correctly...
Okay, that's kind of cool right there.
Ah, there you are. I've already taken care of those kidnappers. My lady, did you get hurt?
Dia?
What's wrong? Why are you both gawking at me like that?
You didn't get hurt this time.
Huh? What do you mean this time? Why are you so surprised that I managed to get out unscathed? Those kids were amateurs. Shh! How did you know about my greatsword? I haven't told anyone about it. Please, don't tell Miss Dunyarzad.
So Dia's lost her memories after all.
Anything strange? You already know that I got a new greatsword. If I had to say something, it's weird how such a new weapon could feel so familiar. It's as if I've already used it to fight a countless number of battles.
You're saying that, although you don't remember using it, your body feels like it does?
That's right. Both mercenaries and warriors heavily rely on muscle memory. Only knowing the theory of battle won't get you anywhere.
Traveler, what do you think? Yeah, Paimon's feeling really hopeful. Oh, you're right! Earlier in the Samsara, something like this would have never happened.
I have no clue what you two are talking about.
So you want us to take Dunyarzad somewhere else to rest while you...
How did you know what I was gonna say?
We have to see the dance. That's what's gonna stop this bullshit.
Whew, it's finally nighttime. Aside from Dia not getting injured, everything seems to have stayed the same. Listen, Nahida, we found out that Dia got out just fine. Do you think the Samsara has been broken? Have we saved Dunyarzad?
Really? Good job on all that progress. Get some good sleep tonight.
Hey, what kind of an answer is that?
Tomorrow will come. Everyone assumes this is common knowledge, but the only way you can know that for sure is if you experience tomorrow.
It's because everybody's been told, hey,
Is it possible
it's
that
gonna be
today
tomorrow.
will be followed by yesterday? Does tomorrow truly exist as anything beyond a made-up concept? It's even possible that this entire world is a lie, and the history of the whole world has just been one endless Sub-Zero's festival.
Okay, no more! Paimon's brain is already...
That's why it makes no sense to waste your energy thinking about things you will learn tomorrow. Get some good rest. You know, use the bathroom and flush your anxiety dookie away.
Huh? Hold on, what did you just say?
Huh? People always say they feel a sense of relief after they take a dook-dook. That's why I suggested you could try that. Is that so strange?
It's so strange and so against common sense that... Paimon's at a loss for words! You were sounding kind of smart. Yeah. Even though it's happy and lively at the Sub-Zero's festival every day, it feels like it's been a long time since we've really gotten to relax.
Continue the harvest. Compared to what we stand to achieve.
That's new. That's new. They didn't say that before.
We're still in the same day. Nahida, you already knew last night that we didn't break out of the
Would there have been a point? You would have spent the night with new worries, with tomorrow still out of reach. In that case, you might as well rest within that brief moment of hope. An opportunity like that doesn't come by often, and I thought it might help you clear your minds.
Paimon Dr. Duke did that! Whatever. Guess you were looking out for us after all.
Of course. In the time we've been together, you two have been everything to me.
Paimon's flattered and everything, but maybe you're taking things a little fast.
Well, that's fun. Yay for health insurance. I just looked at my mail. What's this? Yeah, I don't need that bullshit.
What I mean is, even though I had asked you to solve this puzzle, you two are still the only ones who can see me and sense my presence. In other words, if you weren't here, I may as well not exist. That's why you two have been everything to me. Get it?
Nahida's talking about confusing stuff again.
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. So, Traveler, did the new clues yesterday help you gain a new understanding of the situation?
Huh? Why are you scrapping your previous theory? Oh, yeah! You're right! Gosh, how did we not notice that? In a simple time loop, people's physical conditions should also reset.
So, what's your new hypothesis?
Mercenaries rely heavily on muscle memory. And Dia was able to use her experiences to avoid injury in later samsara cycles. The beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operations. We still hear it every night, even though we removed our Akasha terminals. Okay, Nahida said, the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate. We've already experienced the Sub-Zero's festival many times, and The day of the festival seems to be in a perpetual samsara. I can't seem to cohesively piece everything together. The moon, illusions, and lies. What do they all mean?
Oh shit, okay.
If all our memories of a day are erased at the end of that day, then we would unwittingly relive that same day again and again.
There we go.
Oh! Then the beep we hear every night could just be indicating the deletion of our memories! That's why when we wake up, everyone thinks the Sub-Zero's festival hasn't happened yet! It's already the next day, but everyone still thinks it's the day before!
This is kind of fucked up.
Muscle memory can't be erased. That's why Dia has been getting better at using her greatsword. Now everything makes sense!
A brilliant deduction.
Nahida, tell us if we're right or wrong.
To put it simply, it's as if you've mistaken a pyro crystal fly for a firefly in the night. You lost sight of its true nature because you focused too much on your perception that it glows.
That isn't simple at all!
Why don't you go talk to Miss Dia again? You might learn something new.
Right! She did help us find our latest clue at...
There you are. Really took me a while to find you.
As expected, Dia also didn't get hurt today.
Get hurt? Why would I? Don't underestimate me.
Well, you're still getting used to your new greatsword.
Huh. Truth be told, I also think it's pretty strange. It just suddenly felt so familiar in my hands and... wait a second! How did you know I got a new greatsword to begin with? I didn't tell anyone about it.
Traveler, could you explain the situation to her today? Paimon's gotten a little sick of doing it. Oh, that works!
What happened to you guys while I was gone? Did you get brainwashed by some cult?
Don't think too hard about it. Just take what we're saying at face value.
All right then, let me get this straight. You're telling me that my body's already gotten used to this greatsword, but my brain just doesn't remember it?
Yes, your memory's being erased every day.
Then I'd have to disagree. That's impossible.
Oh? Why do you think that?
If we've actually been reliving the Sub-Zero's festival day after day, then what happened to the things we used, the money we spent, the food we ate? Common sense says my wallet should have emptied itself a long time ago. There's no way I wouldn't have noticed that.
We're all stuck in a dream.
Right! They could use the Akasha to record what everyone did that day, and then use the city's resources to replenish everything! It's not very likely, but it's also not impossible.
No, it is impossible. I've got proof.
You have proof? Where?
You two are surprisingly serious about this nonsensical discussion. Fine, I'll play along for a little longer. Come with me, Miss Dunyarzad. Please come along as well. I still can't guarantee that this area is safe.
Paimon can't believe it's Dia who wants to show us something this time. 2 days ago, we were the ones taking
We're
her
all
to see
stuck in a
Junior's
drain.
eye.
This is it.
Huh? This is a wooden training dummy. What about it?
See those marks on the dummy? Those are the result of several days' worth of practice. Let's say the sages didn't replace it every day. Shouldn't it be hacked to pieces by now?
That's true, but what if they did?
Then the sages would have had to reproduce every mark I left during previous training sessions. I'm a professional fighter. My martial school has always emphasized the importance of refined control. The force, angle, and entry point of each strike is calculated and deliberate. That's why I remember every mark on the dummy, as well as my state of mind as I made each strike. It's just as they say, each swordsman has their own unique style, and even the same swordsman can't make the same cut twice. It would be impossible to copy these marks.
Is it really impossible?
People often say that a camera's photo can never replace an artist's painting because the former has no spirit to it. The same thing applies here. At a mere glance, I can differentiate carved marks from the results of combat training. Whew, I hope that cleared things up for you. Hey, is this that new brain exercise game that's been super popular with the scholars lately? It's surprisingly fun. Anyway, it's getting late. I should escort Miss Dunyarzad to Nilu's stage. See you later.
Well, back to square one. Is our memory deletion theory also wrong? But at least we've reached some... Yep, that's true. So, can we think of it strange? Paimon feels like everything's been strange lately. Huh? Leaving the city? You're right! It's really strange how we never thought of such a... Paimon can't believe it! Did we miss this because we're tunnel visioning too hard on... How about we go back and ask Nahida? Maybe we've forgotten something about leaving the city.
You're back early today. Did you find something new?
Sort of. We're mostly sure now that we're not in a time loop. And we also aren't in the real world. But at the same time,
leaving the city. As far as I remember, you've mentioned your plans to do that twice before.
We did? But we don't remember anything. What happened after we talked about those plans? What did we say when we got back?
Let me think. I don't think you ever actually told me what the outcome was. Oh, it's probably more accurate to say that both times you never came back the whole night. But you two sometimes stay out the entire night anyway, so at the time, I didn't think too much about it.
It is true that sometimes we lose track of time during our investigations. Before we know it, it'll already be the next day. But still, neither of us remember anything about leaving town.
Really? That's kinda strange. In theory, I should have already awakened all your memories.
Yep, something here's definitely fishy. Let's get to the bottom of this tomorrow. Our memories are back! About that... Well...
Traveler, aside from your memories that were just restored, I have another message for you. Listen to it and you'll understand.
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zero's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them.
Traveler, you should be missing 2 days worth of memories. Paimon will fill you in. It's time to carry out our plan from yesterday. Okay, let's go!
don't have many more festivals to waste. Hurry and find the truth.
Why can't we leave the city? What is the academia up to now?
Don't ask me. It's not like I can tell you anything. This is a direct order from the Grand Sage. Just wait until tomorrow.
I have a real emergency. My goods have already arrived at Port Ormos. If I don't hurry, they'll be stolen.
That's your problem. Make sure you make a request in advance next time.
But it's not like you can just predict business matters in advance.
It looks like the Academia already announced a lockdown for Sumeru City today. Let's go and question them. Hello, sir. Why can't we leave the city today?
Here we go again. Don't ask me. I don't know either. We just received an order that no one is allowed to enter or exit Sumeru today. They didn't tell us anything else. Angering me won't get you anywhere. If I had that kind of insider info, I would have left this stupid post long ago.
It looks like he really doesn't know. If we can't get anything out of him, let's take matters into our own hands. Why don't we... This is a good spot, and the guard hasn't noticed us at all, huh? Why? Are you going to leave Paimon behind? But... What if things get really weird out there and you get into some trouble? Then Paimon won't be able to help you. Oh, Paimon knows that Paimon can't do much, but we've always been together, haven't we? Okay. Paimon will wait for you. Promise Paimon that you'll come back as soon as possible. And please, be careful. Memories! Traveler! Paimon would never see you again! You just disappeared! Paimon waited for you for hours and hours at the city wall and you never came back! You promised Paimon that you were only taking a quick look!
Paimon, calm down. She's here now. I don't think she understood what you were saying.
Paimon doesn't care! Paimon wanted to go look for you, but you also said that Paimon should stay! Paimon was so worried and so scared the entire day! Okay. Paimon will forgive you. The most important thing is that you didn't actually disappear. Oh, Paimon was so scared that you had gone into another world!
Okay. Paimon, can you tell us your perspective of what really happened yesterday? I see. Using two people's different perspectives.
After that, you left the city. Paimon kept her eyes on you the whole time, but then you disappeared in an instant. No way! Paimon was watching you with the fullest attention.
What's your perspective, Traveler? You sure you don't have any memory of this? I guess that explains everything. You also lost your memories the last 2 times you tried to leave the city. Those days' memories can't be awoken.
So, if we leave the city, our memories will be completely erased? It really sounds like something big outside of the city is being hidden on purpose. But this way, we'll also never discover what's outside. Something like a message? But how can we send it back?
Don't look at me like that. I'm not used to being stared at. Well, Okay. You want something that can pass on messages, right? Give me some time and take care of Dunyarzad for me.
Yep, now we're talking.
I'm done. Here you go.
What? Isn't this just an Akasha terminal?
You need some little changes. Akasha terminals are already capable of sending messages. I just tweaked it so that it can connect to any node.
To make something like this? Nahida, you really know the Akasha like the back of your hand. Anyway, we can use this now to record a message, right?
Yep. I'll help you save the messages. It should be pretty easy to use. I just can't guarantee the user's status and signal coverage when they're outside the city.
We'll never know until we try. At least we're taking the initiative now. Let's go then. Let's expose those sages. All right. Paimon isn't as worried about being separated since it happened once yesterday. But Paimon still isn't happy about it. Okay, see you tomorrow, Traveler. That covers everything that's happened so far.
Yes, although the signal was choppy and had some interference, we still managed to receive 2 messages from you when you were outside.
Okay, now that you understand what's going on, let's hear the messages together.
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zero's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them. I've entered another space. Before me are flowing sandstone and howling fish. Impossible and surreal sights. All these spaces are empty. Except for the occasional ones that contain mute puppets rather than people. I can't sense any human presence.
That's one heck of an info dump. It sounds like you left the Sumeru City space when you set foot outside of the walls. But everything looked completely normal when Paimon was looking out from the inside. That's unbelievable. And if we take your word for it, the other spaces all had very weird contents.
There's another part here. I only received it last night.
These spaces have been disappearing, one after the other, absorbed by something like a sun in the sky. And now, even the final space has also disappeared. Behind me, a lot of spaces just appeared again from thin air. I get it now. Those spaces are actually...
Why did the message end right there? What did the Traveler want to say?
Probably because yesterday just happened to end at that moment.
Oh, right. Paimon did hear a beep from the Akasha. Did it come from here or from the message?
The message. It should have come from the Traveler's Akasha terminal.
After the beep, Traveler said even the final spaces also disappeared.
Traveler, what do you think that final space could have been?
All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in common. A lack of human presence. Was that space actually the real world? But wouldn't a real space just randomly disappearing like that be catastrophic? My impression is that each day in this samsara only ends at the sound of that beep from the Akasha. That doesn't sound...
Oh, so that's what it is! After the sound of the beep, the final space, the Sub-Zero's festival, also disappears. Later on, Traveler also mentioned a bunch of new spaces materializing behind them. Do lots of new spaces appear every day? Paimon's head is spinning.
Dreams.
Just what are these spaces anyhow?
Well, consider this. For all the horrors of the Archon War, at its heart, it was just a game where a bunch of gods fought over 7 seats. So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret.
Wow, the Archon War, huh? That's an analogy. Hey! Where are you going? Do you want some alone time to think? Up.
The dance of Sub-Zeros is about to begin. I'm going to go watch it.
Okay. Why don't you...
Okay then. See you later.
Have you figured it out yet, Traveler? Time is ticking away! Awesome! What is it? Paimon wants to know! Oh, wait, no. Let's meet up with... You're back! I've been waiting forever for you. Are you ready to take your Sub-Zero's exam and graduate from the festival? Okay. First off, have you discovered the hidden truth?
People in Sumeru don't dream. What a strange phenomenon. All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in common: a lack of human presence. Those spaces remind me of dreams, like the one I had in the Avidia Forest. Except these have no sign of human presence. I can't seem to cohese thing together.
Hold on, I'm close.
I can't...
Damn, okay, wow.
We are all in a dream. It isn't that the people of Sumeru don't dream. Rather, the Akasha is taking their dreams from them.
People in Sumeru think they don't dream. But the truth is, the Akasha steals their dreams without them knowing it.
What the
And those
fuck?
spaces with no human presence are stolen dreams without their host. That would explain why they sounded so weird when she was trying to describe them. Huh. So people in Sumeru do dream after all. In fact, we're all in one big dream together right now.
Correct answer. Now, how did you conclude that the Akasha is capable of this? The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace. And it grants knowledge to the people.
That doesn't...
It is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's...
Oh, okay. Those dream-controlling creatures in the forest also get their power from the Dendro Archon, right? That would explain why the Akasha has the ability to control people's dreams, too. But is stealing everyone's dreams really how the Akasha compiles their wisdom? Isn't there anything more to it than that?
Dreams are fantastical, complex, and full of imagination. People's brains are the most active when they're dreaming. In other words, dreams are rich bundles of human wisdom.
So, in other words, the complete opposite of how Hypatia understood it. Paimon remembers her saying that the sages think dreams are foolish delusions, and the fact that no one dreams is a blessing from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. So it was all a dirty trick? The real story is that the sages from the Academia are using the Akasha to steal people's dreams for their own use, huh?
Oh? By the sounds of it, you understand the current situation pretty well. So then, what about the Samsara?
The beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operations. Grand Sage said, go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content. Did he mean something more? That doesn't sound right. I need to carefully think things through. Those spaces kept disappearing before my eyes. But as soon as that beep sounded, many more spaces materialized. Those dreamscapes kept vanishing. But as soon as that beep sounded, more new spaces appeared. We've already experienced the Sub-Zero's festival many times. And that doesn't... I can't... My mind feels exhausted, even though I haven't done too much thinking.
Correct. The Akasha is keeping each person's brain in a constant dream state, but also separating their consciousness from their own dream. Their disembodied consciousness is placed inside the collective dream of the Sub-Zero's festival along with everyone else's, while their now vacant dreams are harvested by the Akasha. No one is any the wiser as another day passes in the dream, and so begins another samsara cycle. People wake up to yet another dream about the Sub-Zero's festival. The dreams that belong to them are once again harvested by the Akasha, and so it continues.
So, this is like a dream factory, and the Akasha is a dream harvesting machine. Did Paimon get that analogy right?
Very good, Paimon. Using analogies well is an excellent habit to get into.
Okay, so that beep we keep hearing is actually from our real-life Akasha terminals. Taking off...
Alright, last question. Who am I?
They say that alchemical divination is the Dendro Archon's divine revelation.
So you know this. I thought that one would be the hardest question. That's why I put it last.
That wasn't hard at all. Even Paimon guessed that. Everything about you is different. Now that you mention it, Nahida, you've been hinting to us since the very beginning. It's funny. Thinking back to when we were asking all over the place for info about Lesser Lord Kusanali. Paimon didn't expect to meet you.
Yes, those can wait until we're back in real life. On the other hand, I'd be happy to answer any more questions you have about here and now. You asked me this question before. My answer was, it would literally blow your minds. Now that you know this is all a dream, this answer should hopefully make more sense. Have you heard the saying, don't wake a sleepwalker? Likewise, if someone suddenly had told you all this instead of you learning it on your own, your notion of reality and dream would be thrown into irreversible confusion. I couldn't expose you to that kind of risk. That's why I could only give you very subtle hints and some suggestions. Long story short, I'm really sorry I had to keep you guessing. Firstly, this dream we're in is completely based on reality. People have already experienced this Sub-Zero's festival, so it would be very difficult for them to find anything that strikes them as surreal. Secondly, you're probably wondering why people don't have any memories from earlier samsara, right? That's because people don't remember their dreams most of the time anyway. And in any case, their actual dreams are being taken away from them by the Akasha. So whenever they wake up in this dream of the Sub-Zero's festival, they don't remember anything from their previous identical dream.
That reminds Paimon. Traveler had a dream when we were in the Avidia forest, but couldn't see what it was about after waking up. Is that an...
Yes. Only after receiving the blessing of Dendro can a person gain the Dendro element's dream-enhancing power. That explains the feelings of deja vu. Meanwhile, everyone else has no idea that they are in the Sub-Zero's festival samsara, while their dreams are stolen from them over and...
Can humans really keep dreaming forever like this? Will it ever end? And if so, when?
You might say your mental fatigue has already answered this question. Eventually, there's only so much that people can tolerate.
I'll be right back. Okay.
Especially those whose health is compromised to begin with, like Dunyarzad. This relentless exploitation takes an even harder toll on them.
People's lives are at stake here, and nobody knows a thing!
I know, right? Why did they have to base this dream on my birthday? Could it really just be a coincidence?
Even you don't know the reason? Wow. Now that's strange.
The Academia sages are determined to harvest lots of dreams in a short time, no matter the cost. They have to be up to no good. Unfortunately, I don't know anything about it. Traveler, do you have any information?
Grand Sage said, go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content. Did he mean something more?
Celebrate the birth of that god. Could it mean... deceiving the people of Sumeru with no regard for their safety. No matter after we end the Sub-Zero's festival samsara, we have to look into them.
How can the sages of the Academia do this behind their Archon's back? This is ridiculous!
In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone.
A sun and a moon? Oh, we're out of time today!
I'll tell you how to break free of the samsara tomorrow. See you then.
Good morning, Nahida. Wait, now that Paimon remembers... Hey, what's wrong, Nahida? You don't look too...
I'm afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct.
No.
Did Dunyarzad already disappear? No way. Are we too late?
The real Dunyarzad's consciousness has indeed disappeared. It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting.
Paimon can't believe it. Wait, so what about that other Dunyarzad? Just what is she? Is she also going to...
She's actually something like a puppet, but not completely. The real Dunyarzad's consciousness could no longer keep playing her role in this dream. So another Dunyarzad appeared to replace her in the dream. Just like the grass and the trees, that Dunyarzad is just a building block of the dream that helps to keep it going.
But personality-wise, she's nothing like the real Dunyarzad.
Puppets are stiff, and can't copy a living person's vitality. After all, they're just there as filler. You know, speaking of which, the old Dunyarzad might not have been too different from a puppet.
Dunyarzad truly believed that she met you within her consciousness, and it was you who inspired her. So you do remember her after all.
Yes. Back then, her family was overly protective of her. No one cared about her personality or thoughts. It was as if she only lived to stall her Elazar. I just gave her a little wisdom so she could look at life in a new way. So that she could be her own person. But even so, she's still far from it. I'm still a long way off from being a real Archon. I couldn't even save her. If I were a competent Archon, I wouldn't have let my most faithful follower die at the Sub-Zerus Festival with so many regrets.
Please don't beat yourself up over it, Nahida. It's the sage's fault, and theirs alone.
I'm not beating myself up. All I did was to rationally observe the distance between myself and a real Archon.
Don't be like that, Nahida. Even real Archons are still allowed to be sad.
To prevent more tragedies like this, we must end the samsara as soon as possible.
Great, but how do we do that?
Although the Sub-Zerus Festival dream is under the Akasha's control, only humans can dream. Even the Akasha is unable to create them. That means this dream belongs to a host who created it.
Huh? So, how should we find that person?
Well, if this is someone's dream, then everything here must come from deep within their consciousness. Which means, with the power of imagination, they can change anything in this dream.
Imagination? What do you mean by that?
Imagination means breaking through what you perceive as normal. Like when a server at a tavern brings a plate to you, you'd naturally assume that food is on it. However, if you're the dream's host and you become aware that you're dreaming, when you imagine gold and more on the plate, the dream will respond in kind. And the server really will bring you gold and mora. But right now, our host is unaware that this is a dream. No matter how many times they're served, it will always be food. Find some way to make that person realize that they're dreaming. Usually, once that happens, the person will wake up and the dream samsara will be broken.
How are we going to find them, though? If it could be anyone, it'd be like looking for a needle in a haystack. And even if we did find them, how are we supposed to make them realize they're dreaming? After all, like you said, don't wake a sleepwalker.
It's extremely difficult, yes. But the only ones who can do it are you two. Remember, everything you've achieved up to this point has all been for the sake of finding the host and ending the samsara. As for me, During this time, I'll be out of town.
It's the guard.
Out of town? Are you going to that place full of dreams where the Traveler went?
It's gotta be the guard.
Yes. I want to try something. There must still be a small wisp of possibility. Hurry and go. Dreams are supposed to be fantastical, romantic, and full of pleasant surprises. Unnecessary things like this samsara need to end.
Paimon's still a little upset that we've come. She was such a good person, with such a simple wish. But fate was, yeah. Saving Dunyarzad is what kept us going this whole time. But we mustn't lose hope, Traveler. Dunyarzad would definitely want to see us save everyone else. So let's break the samsara for her sake. Paimon's wondering, do you think the sages would get one of their own to be the host of this dream?
It's the guard.
Feels like it would be easier to
calling it.
control it that way, no?
Remember, he didn't know anything about this.
Huh. That's true. Plus, the sages probably
Because
weren't
he said himself, I don't know what they're planning.
their control. So, who do you think the host of the dream is?
What?
Oh, that would make sense. Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, is a symbol of the wholesome Zeru's festival, right? Let's go ask him some questions.
I still think it's the guard.
When will I be able to see Milu perform again?
You're back. You left in a hurry last time. Is everything okay?
Everything's fine. Just, it's a little hard to explain.
An experiment? That came out of nowhere.
Could you make a wish?
You want me to make a wish? Is that a new Sub-Zero's festival tradition or something?
Less questions, more wishing!
Okay. My wish. Okay. I'm a little nervous saying this out loud, but I noticed earlier that she looked a bit down, and she wasn't really talking to anyone. She just doesn't seem like herself. She's always so gentle and kind, and all the kids love her. I've also wondered if the reason she asked me to be Fairest Knight of Flowers is because I'm special to her, or something.
So, you have a crush on Dunyarzad?
Oh, is it that obvious? After what I just said, I guess it is. When she placed the hat of the Knight of Flowers onto my head, she said to me, I want everyone to have a happy Sub-Zero's festival.
Okay.
What she didn't realize was that I'm not that interested in how everyone else feels. In that moment, I just wanted to be her Knight of Flowers for the rest of my life. Okay, yeah, that was a bit much. Felt like the right moment to get it off my chest, but that was pretty embarrassing. Okay, I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
Please come true.
I'm gonna open my eyes. Oh! You're...
What?
Fucky? Sorry, but only one portion of Yelda candies per person. Back home? Nice try, you
It's
two.
the fucking guard.
Guess he isn't the host of this dream.
It's the guard!
Should have expected it wouldn't be this easy. It seems like everyone who knows Dunyarzad loves her.
My lady, step back.
That sounds like Dia! Oh, right. This is when Dunyar... Huh? But Dia can handle them! Hey, Traveler!
Oh, it's you. Great timing. Please take...
Say hi, boyfriend.
Hi, boyfriend. Ooh, looks nice.
Yes.
Hey, this is my job. The homie Yannis pay me, not you.
Mama.
What?
Mama.
She is.
Manga. And more.
Oh, more dupes?
Yeah, no, I got lots of flu and a smoogle.
There you go.
Yay.
You... Fine, all right. Knock yourself out. Why are you so worked up anyway? It's not like I don't trust your fighting skills. Anyway, watch yourself.
Yeah, so to sum up this whole little arc I've been through, the academia, basically, the little terminal things on their ear, they're the reason why people can't dream. They're stealing dreams from people. Just to get this, because dreams have unlimited amount of wisdom. They're stealing the dreams from people, and that's why they dream of nothing.
Well, that's...
I'm like, what the fuck? I'm just like, what the fuck is this shit? Be right back. She did. Yeah, she's been really chatty. Hold on, right back. She's been really chatty. I did drink most of the Diet Coke, but it doesn't help me. What? Oh, my back. But no, this quest is really fucked up.
So you got yourself some backup. Suit yourself. You're going down!
Fuse is lit!
Shine down!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! You want this one?
Illusion shattered! Torn to oblivion!
This is order. Solidify!
Clouds high, the birds call, wind strike.
A festive reprise! Traveler, were you just taking your anger out on those guys? You and Nahida both. Dunyarzad wouldn't want to see you two like... Oh, and speaking of her, remember how during the first Sub-Zero's festival, before the Samsara started, we came here with Dunyarzad because she wanted to pick some... She said it was because she had forgotten something. Okay, so Paimon's memory is working so far. Anyway, Paimon also remembers that she is staying somewhere around here. She pointed it out to us the night before the Sub-Zero's festival. Yeah, even if it's only a tiny clue, it'll probably still help us more than this needle in a haystack search. This is the place! It's rude to enter other people's spaces without permission, but desperate times call for desperate measures! Hey, the windows are unlocked! Okay, Paimon's gonna take a peek inside. This was only a temporary residence, so there was pretty much nothing inside except this book on the table. Should we open it?
Really?
Yeah. You got a cooking spray?
You should. Up in the cabinet?
Oh, there it is. Just didn't.
Wow. Dunyarzad wrote all of this. Sounds like she was always thinking of us even while we were away. Even though she was also busy preparing for the Sub-Zero's festival and had all her health problems to worry about. She must have wanted to give this to us as a gift on the day of the Sub-Zero's festival, right? If we hadn't found this book, we never would have known. But now that we know, we can't even thank her. Hey! Where are you off to?
Remember that crippling disease that Kalai has? Yeah, this girl we've been befriended has it, and since we've been repeating the same day for like 40 days, dead.
Oh.
Yeah, because her body's still the same. It's just the mind's different.
Oh.
Yeah. This is like a really... I'm like, is it gonna get worse for Dylan?
Probably. Thank you.
It's Dunyarzad's puppet. Traveler? You must be exhausted. Come to think of it, we've been stuck in this place for a really, really long time. Heck, even the last time we were chatting happily with Dunyarzad feels like an eternity ago. Paimon still remembers when we were sitting here, and the way her eyes sparkled when she talked about Milu's dance of Sub-Zeros.
There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind any regrets.
That was what the real Dunyarzad said, wasn't it? Does that mean...
Yes, Traveler. What is it?
Oh, so she's still just a puppet. But just now,
Right.
how come...
Oh yeah, that's definitely
What?
so
Where are we going this time?
And help her. Right.
If you continue to resist, we will have to order an investigation into every single event organizer. The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency. I advise that you exercise tact.
How did things turn out like this?
Almost there.
Yay.
Traveler? You don't have to get involved. He's a sage from the academia. I don't want to drag you into this.
Traveler.
Traveler? What the heck are you doing? If you get arrested by the academia, that's another day gone to waste! Wait, they're not reacting! Have they been scared stiff? Oh, of course! If this is the sage's plan, they wouldn't put themselves through this! So they're just substitutes!
What is this? What happened to the Grand Sage and his entourage? Like I said, they symbolize the goddess of flowers. It's just a shame that all the real Bodhisattvas went extinct after her death.
Yes. The Greater Lord brought forth new Bodhisattvas in memory of the goddess of flowers. But she ultimately could never truly replicate that beautiful shade of purple.
That beautiful shade of purple. Aren't these flowers real Bodhisattvas? Just like the ones from the legend? I didn't even notice. Dunyarzad, did you find these?
But didn't you just say all the real flowers went extinct after the goddess of flowers passed away? So, how?
Yeah. What's going on here? Huh? You guys are acting weird. But okay, I'll try. Hey!
They disappeared! So Nilu's the host! What a surprise! Purple body Saras don't exist in the real world anymore!
There might be some in the drain rack.
In Nilu's subconscious, they can appear as decorations on the stage!
The drain rack, yes.
It's just like the example Nahida told us. People assume there will be food on a plate, and Nilu assumed there would be real potty Saras in the flower pots. So when you saw the flowers, you instantly knew it was Nilu? But if we want to end the samsara, we need the host to become aware that there... How should we make Nilu real?
Am I dreaming?
Huh?
Yay. Sorry, I'm just really hungry. After cleaning for a long time, yes. Oh, yeah.
So I'm right.
One season, all I had to do was just add pinch of
Is this Lesser Lord Kusanali responding to our celebration of the Sub-Zeru's festival?
Wrong guess, but you aren't completely wrong either. The point is, what made you think this is a dream? As far as you know, people in Sumeru don't dream, right?
Yeah, but have you heard the tale of the first sage? To prevent a calamity, he went on a journey to find the Dendro Archon.
Ooh, sounds familiar. Dunyarzad told us a story like that when we first arrived in Sumeru City. So it was about the first sage, huh?
The vodka's over there.
Thank you. Let's get this one.
Yep, but in the part you heard, he hadn't become the first sage yet. There's more to the story.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tweak of foot. It snapped off my keychain, unfortunately.
His piety and wisdom were acknowledged by the Dendro Archon, and she finally gave her blessing to him. All kinds of spectacular scenes appeared in front of the first sage.
No, the camera work
as
is
if
getting
all
a
the
lot
knowledge
better.
in the
I've
world was
noticed.
being painted onto a canvas right before him. He was captivated. After who knows how long, he mastered all the knowledge he could comprehend.
That is good.
Afterward, he said to the Dendro Archon, "I miss my parents, my wife, and my children. I've been away from home for far too long. They must be worried." The Dendro Archon smiled. The next second, the sage found himself lying in his bed, as if he had just woken up from a dream. His wife, lying next to him, said, "You're off to search for the Dendro Archon today, aren't you? Have a safe journey, my love." In the end, the first sage took care of many disasters in Sumeru City and founded the Academia. What a happy ending.
No.
So, the first sage was dreaming ever since the beginning of the story? He never went on his journey?
Yes, but his faith and determination were conveyed to the Dendro Archon, so she blessed him in the form of a dream.
Paimon understands where you're coming from now. That's a really interesting connection. But we really gotta wake up soon, like the sage in the story!
I see. Well, it just so happens that today's Sub-Zeru's festival is almost over too. Since we're in a dream, let's make this final dance of Sub-Zeru's as beautiful as we can.
Oh.
is
person
over,
who really
everyone.
wanted to see it just...
I dedicate this to our god, the dance of Sub-Zerus.
I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilou's dance.
What the fuck, man? What the fuck, Genshin? Stupid cat! Shit, stop laughing at me!
I'm not. Did you just wonder what that geese can be gay?
That wasn't fair!
Oh, Paimon feels like she's been asleep for the longest time. Paimon's head feels super heavy.
That's not fair.
Did we oversleep? Do you even remember going to... Paimon thinks it was after the Sub-Zero's festival. The Sub-Zero's festival! Have we finally escaped from the Sub-Zero Samsara? Quick! Take off your Akasha terminal! She's not in her room. What happened? Huh? What usual spot?
She's alive!
Well done, Traveler and Paimon. And thank you, Dunyarzad, for organizing the Sub-Zerus festival for me.
I'm sorry, who are...
Dunyarzad! You're okay! Oh, don't scare us like that!
She's alive!
Oh, a Traveler.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
I have something amazing to tell
A
you.
little bit, because I've been there too.
I just had a dream, and I saw Nilou performing the dance of Sub-Zerus.
I thought that was her ghost or something.
I did too.
You're actually Nahida, aren't you? Paimon felt like Catherine was acting weird when we met at the Sub-Zero's festival. And... Dunyarzad, did you save her?
It's a really long story. We shouldn't disturb her. Her consciousness is still weakened. Let's chat somewhere else. How about by the Traveler's favorite bench?
She's alive! You're judging me then, aren't you?
Not really, because I've had that. Yeah, I've had those feelings with main characters.
And this is just an NPC, man!
about Dunyarzad first. It's such a relief that she's alright.
After we parted on the last day of the Sub-Zero's festival, I left the city and saw what the traveler had described. Among the countless dreams, I found one that was growing fainter and fainter. This proved my suspicion. Once Dunyarzad could no longer bear the Akasha harvesting her dreams, her consciousness began to dissipate. But this also meant it escaped the Akasha's control. Such a small fragment of consciousness can't last for very long, though. It will return to its original dream, where both will gradually fade until they completely disappear. I used all the power I had to keep her dying dream alive as long as possible. But it still wouldn't have lasted for much longer if it hadn't been for you two breaking the samsara.
So it looks like we did manage to save Dunyarzad in the end. Not a moment too soon.
Huh? Why are you two smiling so happily? I thought you'd be so moved that you'd start crying. I need to spend more time observing human emotions.
Both are fine. Everyone reacts differently.
All right. You two must have a lot of other questions for me, right? After all, you saved my faithful believer. As your reward, I will answer any and all questions.
At the Avidia forest, there was this incense that made the traveler fall unconscious and dream of a huge tree and a red sky.
You also heard someone's voice, right? It said world and forget me.
Yeah, so you do know. We've been wanting to ask you what that was about, and if the red sky was related to Conria.
It seems like the traveler established a connection to Irminsul. That was a message left by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul. Perhaps her last memory before she died. As you two probably know,
Who just viewed?
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared after the disaster in Conria. The timings of these
cleaned all this. I'm hungry.
Oh, I'm giving you shit.
A message from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? We thought it was from the Scarlet King.
The Scarlet King?
Message from
That prophet died even longer ago? Some present-day desert dwellers still worship him. You probably just heard some of their conspiracies.
Okay, so what does the message mean?
I still haven't managed to decipher it. Even the Akasha isn't currently capable of doing that. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul seems to be contaminated with something that has a very dangerous aura to it. Many devoted scholars go mad as soon as they connect their consciousness. I've warned the Academia about this many times, but people still keep falling victim to it. But I believe this is the key to saving Irminsul. That's why I've kept trying to decipher it.
So the tree in the vision
Yeah,
was
there's this.
Irminsul?
Thank you. And the stack of Pokemon cards.
Kainari also said that Irminsul is sick. Is it
Go pick up that Pokeball.
contaminated consciousness? But even if you can't figure out what that
That's all the change I found in this apartment.
seems like our search for you was all
I
in
believe
vain.
it. That's the thing.
The traveler wasn't affected
And I
after
found
coming
about
in contact with
40
their consciousness. I've never seen anyone like that. With you here, we may have a chance
Your
of
mail and
deciphering
everything I
it.
put over there, and your checkbook is in the
We
drawer
must
right there.
decipher its secrets.
Yeah,
I've already eliminated all other factors that might affect Irminsul. This is the only one
But
left.
yeah, you clearly hated it good.
This puzzle
This game
has
still
life
do
and
that
death
right,
at
at least.
stake. It could determine Irminsul's fate. As well, to be accurate, I'm using the Akasha as a medium to occupy Catherine's consciousness.
I'm sure she's a lovely person, but I just...
How did you do that? Poor
What?
Catherine.
If you see her appearance,
You
then it
could
fits.
also occupy
Theoretically,
It doesn't
I
work
can
right
enter
now.
anyone's mind as long as they're wearing their Akasha terminal. The Akasha is the
Although I show
legacy
you a
of
reason to
Greater
like
Lord
her.
Rukkhadevata. As Lesser Lord Kusanali and the first Akasha terminal,
like that Snoop
my
voice,
consciousness has always been linked to the Akasha.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, not that. Yeah. People will say I feel a sense of relief after they take a Duke. That's why I suggest you try that. Is that so strict? Yes, me.
I've always respected my people's free will, so I've never actually occupied their consciousness. When necessary, I just borrow this bionic Snezhnayan puppet. Oh, hold on. Did we just learn some deep, dark secret?
Rebooting.
No. Wonder, Paimon, what about
She's
your
gotta
own
have a
luck?
birthday.
Why do you need to borrow other people's? Don't
The
you
base
live in
day
the
she was built, I
sanctuary of
don't know.
Suristana?
Well, she
That
looks
story
fine
begins a
for
long
everybody.
time ago.
What's that, Mondstadt?
Greater Lord Rukadevata
I don't
disappeared.
know.
The sages
I'd
found
give her
my
a
newly
cake. She
born
looks fine
self
for the commission
and
and
took me
everything.
back to. At that time, I was
Whatever.
young and weak. The sages kept me in the sanctuary of Suristana, ostensibly for the sake of protecting me. But I've hardly heard from them since. However, I do understand that they had hoped to find Greater Lord Rukadevata instead of me, a symbol of her passing.
Right.
So, the sages basically put their new Archon under house arrest? How dare they! Why don't you teach them a lesson, Nahida?
Extra. She's actually grown on me quite a bit.
In some
This
ways,
quest actually is slightly grow on her.
Greater Lord Rukadevata was omniscient and omnipotent.
This quest, you know, has helped me grow to Paimon.
The Akasha
Because
is
you
still
leave
empowering
and
this
they
nation.
promise to come back, and Paimon is just absolutely besides herself because you disappeared, and like she's sobbing and everything.
But yeah, she's alive. That actually
I'm
does
still
make me
really
happy.
far away from being able to call myself the God of Wisdom. Moreover, the Academia is also more proficient at governing this country. My existence has little meaning.
Yeah, you got a lot of believers. Just look at the Sub-Zero's festival. Everyone who showed up truly loves you.
Huh, you can say some nice things every now and then.
Thank you for the kind words. But I honestly don't need physical freedom as long as I can connect my consciousness to the Akasha. Trying to find a way to save Irminsul is my life's mission and top priority. I will work on that and try to live up to being a deity in the meantime. Every once in a while, I will also take up the duties of the God of Wisdom and enlighten a lost soul here and there. There's never been any big problems with the Academia's governance of Sumeru. This is the first time I've seen them step out of line. I wonder what caused them to go down this path and what they hope to achieve. Even though the city's residents haven't noticed anything strange, if the Traveler hadn't broken the Sub-Zero's samsara, the situation could have become dire. I tried to do some investigating in the Akasha, but I couldn't find anything suspicious. And all the people of interest seem to purposely avoid wearing their Akasha terminals.
Like that sometimes.
I think they're deliberately trying to hide something.
Oh, that reminds Paimon. In Gandharvaville, there was a sage who had invited Kainari to join some kind of project. Could it be related?
Be proud of me. At Walmart, I didn't get anything other than my belt and that shirt.
Good. Sorry, the shirt didn't fit.
It's fit. It's just low.
No, I got you.
So I'm gonna try to return it when I had the chance. Oh, what was it? Bart Kreischer's little phrase with ziplining.
What was it? Coming in hot, bitches.
No, legs up, something. Legs up, bitches.
No. It's when in doubt, spread them out.
Yeah, when in doubt, spread them out. That's what it is.
But it's just poor Yule in the background. Just, oh no.
Yeah, you can never see me ziplining. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm not afraid of heights, but I'm just like, open space.
Nope. I'm sure it's fine. Don't get me wrong. It's just
the sage's motives. Make them
trying to think of what is
how
that?
the
That was
Akasha
the
stops
Office.
you from having dreams.
Jayla. Yeah, it was the Office. It was the HR guy that Michael hates. Iwatayu's, and he spends like a month. Goes on vacation, Costa Rica. He goes ziplining and the line snaps. Winds up breaking his pelvis and spends like 3 months laid up in a Costa Rican hospital watching Telemundo.
Yeah.
Trying desperately to learn the language about what the fuck's going on. It shows him doing like a cast all the way up to his knees and up to Hugh. Yeah, the ziplining snapped, and I've been spending the last 3 months here watching.
No.
I feel sorry for the dude.
No, you have to watch Spanish dramas and make up what's going on with them.
Oh yeah.
It's not that no one noticed. It's more like no one cared. Ultimately, it's all rooted in the sage's misdirection.
Yeah, the whole thing with this Akash and everything, people don't really care that things are like this. They just kind of accept things the way they are.
Misdirection? The sages convinced everyone to believe that being unable to dream is a sign of rationality and wisdom. Not dreaming is a badge of honor in Sumeru.
So basically, people are dreaming. It's just the Akasha has taken their dreams away from them.
Yep. There's many forms of domination. Some are more subtle than others.
Yeah, Jayla!
I'll let her.
What the fuck is she doing?
She's hassling the nails underneath the table. Like she usually does.
Even if the truth is
that
that
back
their
in the
dreams
old
are being reaped by the Akasha.
That's adorable.
With their propaganda in place, the sages can maximize their use of the Akasha to facilitate their research.
I'm glad I can share memes with you. Such a little thing, I know.
I did good today at work.
You did? Did you?
Like, Kanitra, I said my boss's name, sorry. My boss busted out production. I was watching him like, okay, I thought I was fast, but holy shit. But also, did 24 salads. But also, all the salads we're doing were all so intricate and had to be placed perfectly and everything. And I can only make one wrap out of 3 because the tortilla busted. Yeah. But then after that, I cleaned up my area, and one of my coworkers, sorry I'm on stream, guys, ranting about this, older coworker, she comes in for a few hours, does fresh slice, and that's all she does, and then leaves. She left her whole area a complete mess, and I'm like, okay, it's great you come in here and do this, but you can at least just sweep down your around. I don't expect you to clean the slicer, but sweep around your slicer and wipe down the scale, wipe down the table. I might kindly ask.
I don't know if your dad's that way, but yeah.
No, he'd be inside freaking out, getting the flashlights, getting the cat carriers out, etc.
It's how it is in mine, because literally I've lost count of how many tornado seasons my parents and the 3 of us have just sat on the back porch just watching the weather. And still to this day I do that. I don't know, that's probably
my mom does that. I'm like, nope. No, like next time tornado season comes around, I need to have another cat carrier.
Yes, you do.
Thankfully, I got free at the end of tornado season. So I didn't see a point of it. So at some point, I do need to get a cat carrier for her.
Yes.
Excuse me. But no, I loaded up tea and everything.
Yep. He's all of us at that point.
Yep. I tried watching it like 3 separate times.
Me too. I just couldn't get into it.
I seriously want to throw Seal off a cliff. And the fact that people ship the butler, I'm like, okay, take away the fact that he's a demon and everything and doesn't age or anything. He's still goddamn 10 years older than him, if not more.
That's rough, my dude.
I'm just like, take away that. The fact that his demon has like no age or whatever, take that away. He's still a grown ass fucking adult. Now Seal is like, 17.
You're talking about Black Butler, by the way, folks.
Black Butler. Now Seal is like 17. Okay, that's not as bad. He's still like underage and like statutory rape, but still, Seal's like what, 12? 12, 14? He's still like.
It's been a decade, Cal.
And people ship him like. Ugh. Sorry, that's just one thing that squeaks me. Oh yeah.
Besides,
no, I love that.
Greater Lord
sorry, folks, for ranting about that.
In the hopes that it could be
What do you
used
think?
to
I
its
relate
full
so much to
potential.
Gomez Adams. I love the man.
That's why I've never
me
come
and
out
him would be
strongly
bosom
against
buddies. What are you
this.
talking about? Sitting on his back porch, watching sunsets, sipping some fine brandy, and just glowing up each other's wives.
Anyway, the perspective advocated by the sages drowned out any voices of doubt.
I was waiting for you to catch on to that. Now you're the one who's saying this bullshit.
Okay, if I say it 3 more times, then we're even.
Shit, I have said it 3 times, haven't I?
You said it 4.
No, it's been 3. I said once in Chewy's, I said once at the water park, and then once here. Once here walking outside. 3 times.
Okay.
I remember the times. I know the first time I said it.
I love how you have a pin in each one of those memories. That you didn't even hesitate on that one. Like, holy shit. It's like, yep, I'm going to remember this until I die.
I hope my answers were satisfactory, seekers of knowledge.
Just like to lose the game?
Son of a...
Sorry, that was perfect. That was perfect.
I can't even be mad. That was perfect.
No, still the favorite one I did is when one of the first 4 are the 4 words you never want to hear in the game of golf. And unfortunately it's within a half hour, but still I said you lost the game.
I just shit myself.
But no, that was a perfect answer.
That was.
To be honest, maintaining Dunyarzad's fading dream took a lot of mental energy. I think I may need to rest for a while. Oh, and you don't need to worry too much about the Sage's activities for now. The Akasha won't be able to conduct another project on the scale of the Sub-Zero Samsara in the immediate future. Go and get some sleep.
Keanu.
Leave everything to us.
Oh my god.
No. There's multiple photos of him doing this. Of just literally just being like this. Because there's interviews, any number of interviews with co-stars. It's like, so the rumors about Keanu, oh my god, they're all true. He really is like another sweet. Yeah, I would love to meet him. Just say, dude, I grew up with your movies. I still am a big fan.
I wish I
Your
could.
voice from good here, brother. Keep it up.
You remind me of this Deadpool cosplayer I met when I was cosplaying Juvia. Mm-hmm. Oh, it was pretty. I was pretty well endowed. You could see it no matter what. Mm-hmm. But Deadpool, like, he did a photo. I'm like, hey, a photo of it's like, yeah, and like jokingly did like this in front of my chest, like this, and I just went. He's like, I'm sorry. He said sorry. I'm like, no, I can't even be mad. That's a Deadpool thing.
That is a Deadpool thing.
I love it.
Also,
what a relief.
What a fucking shot.
I was like, holy shit.
As would I. But
no, we heard about
the
dude that tells crazy stories. This diver talked about how he was like a whale chomped down on him. Like he felt some pressure on his legs, and he was like feeling around, felt like he was being drowned, and then he realized, he came out. Finally, the whale spat him out. He's like, "That was a fucking whale."
Wow.
Yeah, he tells the story, and like he's like the unluckiest, luckiest man alive.
Yep.
Traveler? Paimon? Why am I here? Do either of you know?
Maybe you were sleepwalking. You know you can't wake up a sleepwalker.
Nope, I didn't see me sleepwalking yet.
To walk by,
that
so
one
we
time.
thought we'd wait for you to wake up.
We had all that stress, and after you dog cussed somebody and you dreamed.
Yeah, that was the road cab and everything.
Yeah,
and you just slowly just turned me around.
I didn't. I literally just let you have it. I was about to the point of just like checking in on because you were yelling at this point. I'm like, oh god, the fucking neighbors are gonna have a field day with this, but I just let you have it. It was at one point, you got up and I go, you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. You went into the bathroom, went, came back. Started the tirade again. I'm like, okay, I'll just let you have it. Because I honestly genuinely thought you were, like, talking to somebody on Discord. And I don't know how else to describe this. I don't know who you were arguing with, but whoever you were arguing with, they lost hard. Again, I ain't saying shit, because we all have our eccentricities, but fucking A.
Okay. I need a break from all this. Unless I could do my daily commissions. Forgive me.
Okay.
Have you ever kept goldfish as pet?
Have you ever shut the fuck up?
Jim Carrey, that's also somebody I'd absolutely love to meet.
Hi!
Yeah, it's...
His daughter, too. The people don't think she's related to him, and then she does facial expressions and everything. And they're like, oh, well, maybe you are.
He's he's actually apparently supposed to be really down to earth, completely fine with fans coming up and just go, "Oh my god, I love you." You don't have to do any the facing or anything to go, "Oh yes, I do."
No.
He's done that before, apparently.
Do you like royal blue, Jim Carrey? This pen is royal blue. Like, I literally, if I ever saw him in public, be like, if I had a pen in my pocket, I'm like, here's a royal blue pen for you. No! Fuck that shit. Oh, I hate this one. Owls.
Again.
Oh, it's good. It's us.
Again, whenever a random girl starts talking to me next to my girl.
Yep. Bitch.
I love you.
I don't care about this quest. These guys, this one fat author wants to make it big, and the other one's like, hey, this is me. Yeah, I have to leave around 2 tomorrow to go to the meeting.
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
So apparently what it is that my assistant manager is like, yeah, you go there and then you let us know and you make your way here. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to get here until like 5:30, so someone should, at this point, someone's going to cover my kitchen. They might as well just close kitchen at that point. And whoever's closing kitchen, I got my Publix gift card, by the way. Good. I'll ask them, like, okay, I'm going to at least get you a drink and something.
Okay. Request, you did ask if there was something I wanted.
Yes.
Was that gift card? A loaf of wheat bread and some passable bologna, because I do need to start brown bagging again.
Publix bologna apparently is supposed to be pretty good.
Okay.
Half a pound?
Yeah. I don't. Oh,
yeah.
Just even a package of it or something like that.
Well, no, like I could slice it.
Oh.
Trust me.
Okay.
It's probably going to be cheaper than stuff that's packaged.
No, okay.
Trust it for the woman that knows.
There you go.
Because people are like, hey, can I get board pepperoni or Publix? I'm like, you're better off getting it sliced back here because you're paying for the packaging there. And you're not going to get nearly as much for the price.
Yep. I'd be more than happy to try. Because again, it's just...
I've heard it's actually better than boar's head.
No, okay. I'm more than happy to try because, again, me make a couple sandwiches. It's going to be so much... Save so much money just on food.
And I put the jalapenos in the freezer because you can freeze peppers.
Mm-hmm. Gomez Adams is an OG at just showing men how they should treat their women.
Right.
Or the women in their life. But I don't know, it's an odd thing to call somebody yours. I don't know. It's an odd thing to think about.
That's odd about it.
It's oddly possessive, and sometimes it kind of feels like they're, I don't know, like a possession rather than an actual person. I'm probably just reading too much into it. But at the same time, there really is a certain value, a certain charm in calling somebody yours, I would argue.
Yep. I agree.
I'll do with that issue.
I don't know if I'll ever pull for Nilo, because I don't really like using sword users. Depending, I'll have to see how she plays.
I don't know, she might be really synergistic with Dragon or something.
There is no escape!
Yeah, Yoimiya is actually pretty strong as fuck.
I don't know, once she gets going, absolutely.
She flips as she moves, so she naturally dodges. That's why I like using her.
Now you shall perish!
Here come the fireworks!
And that right there.
Order guide you.
As one with wind and cloud.
Time for a light show.
I think you got him, Kel. Good God.
Actually, I didn't.
Really?
Yeah, he fell over. Wait, what? Holy shit. Okay. I guess that...
Let me open it.
Just spoon you.
Oh, this.
That's just wholesome as fuck. Oh, I guess also as well.
God damn it, I could try a little bit. I still got the cherry 7-Up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you get it?
Yes, please. I'll take at least one double. I'm gonna cut you off at some point.
That's completely fair. My back probably was great too, so. Excuse me.
Son of a bitch. Trying to sleep.
Inazuma shines eternal.
I will end. This is order.
Clouds high. The birds
I
come.
know. Hugger has definitely in the top 5 to have.
Went too far.
If I get my pity on Jean-Lee, get my pity on Jean-Lee. At least I have him.
As one with wind and cloud.
Torn to oblivion.
I will have order. Rise. Crumble.
My dad's 2 colors. One of my Halloween cookies. I got purple and orange. And I got green ones too.
Quake.
Ooh, that's nice. Look at that.
You little shit. Oh.
Crumble.
Shine down.
Time for a light show.
God, I don't have any water.
Wind strider.
This one's
Clouds high. The birds call.
Now you shall perish.
This is order.
Right. Wind strike.
A festive reprise.
Illusion shattered.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
Quake.
Shine down.
There we go. Oh, cunt.
That's how you really feel there, Phil.
Really is. What the fuck? Oh, right here. Okay. Let's see how this tastes.
Oh, that's lovely.
That's dangerous.
That's lovely.
No, but Deha is Mama. She as our friend put it. She is Fire Bado.
Yep, that's really how I would describe it.
And Nilo is like water. She's Arabian Barbara.
Yeah. with a splash of whatever the name of the Aqua singer was.
I forget her. I don't even know her name.
There is no escape. Fire hazard.
I have her, so I'll have to
Inazuma shines eternal.
Rise! I will have order.
What are you down the game, Grandpa?
Wind strike. Clouds high. The birds call.
Illusion shattered.
Goldfish up down! Time for a light show.
Oh.
Purple, okay. So good, because you know what? I'll watch Friends episode.
Sounds good.
Once I get my commission. So it's 20 free gems. Mama. Oh, Mama.
Yeah. A little much on that department, but still, like, just the look in the eye and the lighting.
Ad Astra.
Thank
you for complete.
Get my blacksmith.
All there is to the craft.
My strength still fails me.
That's fucking Plant Rider.
Never could get the nose right.
And they actually do go into detail why that is. Yeah, later in the series, they go into detail when something. Flynn gets a good position, and I can spoil it, but he comes across the guy who's making the maps and everything. He sees he has like big Coke bottle glasses, and he's like, "Oh!" And he's like, "Oh!" And he's like, "Oh, okay, I'm getting it now." So like, oh, it's so cute. Dang.
The fuse is lit!
He didn't react to me, that little bastard.
My heart goes out to y'all. With veritable schedules.
Yes!
Because, no, it's...
Okay, except for the open, but...
No, it's with people with veritable schedules.
Yeah.
Take your
pick. Tomorrow I'm 3 to 11, then another damn 3 to 11, 3:30 to 11, then another damn 12:45 to 11, and I only get a half-hour break. Yeah, I'm gonna ask them, like, okay, I don't need an hour, y'all. Have a 45, please.
Yep.
And take like a 10 or so minute break at some point.
Yep.
And they're like, and can you... My boss, sorry. They don't care. But my boss probably be like, take it out.
Find no second-rate items at Wagner's.
Oh, okay. His friends.
It should be.
Okay.
Did you end the stream?
Oh shit. Say bye, boyfriend.
Bye, boyfriend.